This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some Fuck Fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. I am Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy. And we got a special follow-up over here. Mr. Aaron Williams.
Dope Fiend Supreme.
Dope Fiend Supreme. I love it, dude. A.K.A. Debo.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Can't confirm or deny any of those.
Okay. How you been, dude?
I've been all right, man. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. So I've been wanting to do your follow-up, and then when I saw you at the kickball and I was hearing that you were supposed to speak and then it didn't happen, I was like, fuck, man.
Fuck.
Ugh.
Son of a bitch.
But I'm glad we were able to motivate me to let's just do it. Let's knock this out.
Appreciate you having me on, man.
Hell yeah, dude. So, this, I guess, for simple recap purposes, I want to tell you where you're from and how it all started.
I'm from Pacific Beach. I started in sobriety, or just started with the whole song and dance.
Yeah, let's
the whole movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Just real quick.
Yeah, I'm from PB, man, and I started shooting dope real young, or not shooting dope right off the bat, but I started with a little bit of alcohol here and there, and naturally progressed into smoking weed, being in the area, and like how it was when I was a kid,
Yeah.
And then eventually I started dabbling in jail time, juvenile hall, really young, California Youth Authority, the whole fucking song and dance.
Yeah.
And then coming home from that, a bunch of my friends were already turned on to meth. And meth had always been kind of prevalent in my life, what I'm saying? So, like, mom's was loaded, pops was busted, and then all my friends were doing speed. Initially, I was like, oh, man, that shit's for fucking weirdos. I don't rent on fucking microwaves and shit.
Right.
Doing all that, But you know how it is. Eventually, you dabble, and then you realize, this is what people were talking about.
Right. Now you found it.
It's not all scratchers and fucking random tasks, you know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to make my name in the streets and in the system, so, couple that with meth, and, it just
for sure.
turned me up really quick.
It's on.
And then eventually, during incarceration on a term, I started doing heroin.
Okay.
And that's where my light turned on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the aha moment?
Yeah, oh, shit, speed was cool, weed was awesome, but fucking this heroin business, that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, to my credit, I only really did heroin while I was busted, But I did a lot of heroin while I was busted,
It's always around.
Yeah, it's always around, and, you're not there all the time. You can, be on lockdown, do a blast, and then you're fucking melting away half your term or more just on the nod, But
right.
With that comes the problems and everything else.
Absolutely. It's a trade-off.
It's a definite trade-off. You may win with, neing nodded out, but you're putting yourself in precarious situations whilst incarcerated.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
never a good thing.
It's always, especially when you're in the system.
Yeah, for sure, So that, in a nutshell, is a little bit of A to maybe L. And not the whole story, but that's a good chunk of what was going on for me.
For sure. And it was your last, was it a prison term the last time you went in?
Yeah, absolutely. So the last go around, I had done a pretty lengthy term.
Okay.
Just in the beginning of double digit years.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
remember.
I had done a cool chunk and I'd gotten out, and I wanted to stay clean, I wanted to, but it wasn't necessarily what happened.
Right.
Because when I got out of prison on that the second to last term, I wanted to do it, but you know how they say in the rooms by osmosis. I didn't want to work a program or go to meetings and shit.
Just not pick up.
I just didn't want to pick up, But me doing that long stretch, I thought I had developed some sort of armor against getting loaded.
Oh, for sure. Right.
You know, like, I just got done doing a fucking whole decade or whatever. Yeah. I can fucking, streets ain't shit, right? But
for sure.
It's not true.
Yeah.
So I got out. I was clean for a little bit. I wasn't working a program. Life started getting really lifey for me. You know what I mean?
See.
Like, I tried to jump right into being like a responsible member of society. Like, I got a couple little Joe jobs, but I didn't really have the spiritual armor or any other tools to like maintain sobriety.
Yeah, I got that.
And eventually things started happening, drama, fucking relationship drama, fucking all the other things, and life drama in itself. And eventually I picked up one day. I was at work. I was working at a bar, and I had been arguing with my significant other at the time.
Okay.
And one of my buddies came through, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? So I got loaded on a Sunday night.
Okay.
I did some speed.
Okay.
By Wednesday, same week, I was already up at a fucking trap house, fucking plotting home invasions with my friend. Homie slides me a burner. We're doing a bunch of nonsense.
Wow. No waste of time here.
Zero waste of time, I went from having a job and like an apartment to hanging out in a trap house, plotting ridiculous things.
Right.
And then by Saturday, same week, I was in a high-speed chase in a stolen vehicle with that firearm and narcotics, on the 8 freeway, fucking dipping. Whole Western Division Department of San Diego's police force behind me. I'm dipping, trying to get rid of this firearm.
Right.
Fucking push came to shove, I ended up getting arrested.
Damn, dude.
And when I got arrested, like, my whole fucking life flashed before my eyes. I almost got in this car wreck. Fucking going back to prison, a place I had told myself that I would never do again because, fuck that,
Right.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, what the fuck just happened, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, a week ago you were doing so good.
Right.
And,
fuck, dude.
Yeah. And, I was just like, damn, dude, like, the only common denominator of what sends me to prison every time without fail, and this one for sure because it happened really quick.
Sure.
Was narcotics use.
Yeah.
And alcohol use.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I decided right then and there, getting booked into the county jail again, that like I can never do narcotics like a gentleman.
Right.
I can't.
Damn. Really?
I can't fucking shove syringes into my neck and just like pull off a normal day.
No, you can't.
Damn. So like I was just like, dude, I have to cut this out of my life, or I'm going to be in prison for the rest of my life.
Right.
Yeah. And when I was young, like doing long to lengthy terms when you're young, it's like whatever.
You feel like Superman.
Yeah, you feel like Superman. You're around the fellas and everybody's whatever. You're getting fed through a tray slot like an animal, getting fucking handcuffed and fucking strip searched and shit. And like, like everything's cool.
Right.
You can look at a lengthy prison term when you're 20 and be like,
yeah, right.
Whatever.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, but in your late 30s, it looks a little fucking different.
It gets a little sad.
It gets a little pathetic. Really,
right?
And anybody who says different is fucking delusional.
I agree.
Fuck! Hey, I just got fucking broke off with 50 at 40. That's fucking great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, solid.
Don't wheel me out of here when I'm 90.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
You're lucky.
So like I just realized then that I can't do drugs or drink alcohol. This is it. This is how you say in the rooms like, if you think you're not done, you're holding these reservations, go do research.
Sure.
Well, I fucking did the research.
You did.
And the fucking, the results are in.
Right. Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
In 1 week.
Yeah. In 1 week, I'm fucking busted,
Yeah.
So I fucking decided then and there that I'm not going to do drugs anymore.
Okay.
So I went through a prison term. Stayed sober, did my best to stay out of the mix of prison. And instead of like getting all the dumb shit sent in, like fucking whatever, I just got literature sent to me.
Oh, okay.
I dove into self-help programs while I was incarcerated.
Oh, no shit.
I read the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous.
And this is all new for you, right?
This is all new for me at the time, So I just started doing things that were going to benefit me rather than destroy me.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since. Got out of prison, dove into the programs, started meeting people in recovery, making that my surroundings instead of the fellas,
Right.
Meeting square friends, meeting people who are in recovery, meeting dudes like yourself, seeing what it looks like to be a sober man in society.
I see.
And I've just been doing everything I can to be the man that I wanted to be when I was young, to be who I am now. You know?
Yeah.
So.
When is your clean date again?
My clean date is August 9th, 23.
Wow.
So I'm coming up on, God willing, 3 years here.
Wow, dude, already.
Yeah, it's getting close, man. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you know, took me almost 40 years to get 3. So
hey, you made it though.
So far. We're not there yet.
Well, I mean, yeah. No fronts.
No fronts, homie.
but cool, dude. I mean, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and here in July, I will be 2 years out of prison for the first time ever in my life.
That's when I met you. When you got out in 2020, was it 4 then?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, because that was second year.
So I did a year of clean time in prison, and then I met you at my
event in OB.
Yeah, your event in OB, which is coming up soon.
It's coming up again.
The anniversary is coming up soon.
Yeah, July 11th.
Yeah, be there, be square.
Be there, be square. Yeah, dude. That's crazy. That's so awesome. I remember when I very first met you. You told me you just got out, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Sick, huh? I can't tell.
I couldn't tell at all. So low key.
Yeah, you don't even have the look. You don't have the look of someone who's been to prison.
No, not at all. Really? No. But and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." It's not really the demographic I will pick as a podcast guest, but I admired you coming up to me and talking to me, and then I saw you sticking around a little bit, and I'm like, all right, let's
give this fucking dude a chance.
Let's put him on.
All right.
And then, we did our first podcast at the convention.
Yeah.
And that probably later on that year. So, and you were working in treatment.
Yeah, still am. Same place. Big shout out, Healthy Life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to Healthy Life.
If you have insurance and you're looking for help,
that's right.
Please get in contact with Healthy Life Recovery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Real quick plug,
No, absolutely, dude. And, God, can you tell me again how you got into working in treatment?
Oh, so my brother, Zach Frost.
Yeah, that's right, Zach.
Yeah, big shout out, Zach and Tina. They've all been on the show. My girlfriend, Audrey's been on the show.
Yeah.
So, I might as well come back and do it again.
Right.
You had like my whole crew on. So my brother is still working for Healthy Life. Mm-hmm. And while I was busted, I'd probably been in for 7 months or something. Right. And I called my brother one time and, yo, what's up, man? He's like, how you doing, bro? I'm like, I'm doing real well. I'm still sober. And, I say that shit all the time when you're busted. Sure. I'm going to stay sober when I get out.
You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm going to be fucking do great. And my brother's like, yeah, all right.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, we'll see, And he told me, though, he was like, hey, look, man, if you're serious about this shit, right, if you're serious about being sober when you get out of prison and staying sober, mm-hmm. and you're working a good program and shit, I'm working for this recovery center, mm-hmm. And I can put you on, man, but you got to fucking stay sober, dude. You can't bullshit me on this one, you know what I mean? Because, the owners employ my mom at the other treatment center, MAC, San Diego Mental Health, mm-hmm. and they employ Zach over here, at Healthy Life. So he's like, we're all tied in, bro. It'd be fucking rad if you can keep it together, and I got you.
Right.
Yeah, so I got out, and then, I started plugging. I started doing my thing, building my own, version of recovery and stuff, going to meetings out mm-hmm. where I was at the time in sober living. And, been 3 months, about 90 days or so of me being out and sober. And Zach was like, hey, look, fool, I talked to the boss, and he's down to give you an interview and shit, but this is other things you have to do. You got to get a license. You got to fucking get a car because you got to be reliable, all the things.
All that.
Yeah, so I did that, got my shit together, and he put me on, man, and I've been rocking with him ever since, dude. And it's probably one of the better points of my recovery. It's not my recovery.
Right, absolutely not.
It's definitely something that keeps me humble, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
I get to go to work every day and work with newcomers. And see what it's reminding me of what early recovery looks like.
True.
It keeps me focused on the shit that got me sober, and the grind that I had to do to stay sober in the beginning was what they're doing now. So keeps me, keeps my head in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how I got into that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it hard? I wanted to ask you this. Was it hard getting out of prison? Because you have been in the system for a long time.
Long fucking time.
Long time. Since you were a kid, practically.
No, not practically.
I mean,
Yeah. First time I got busted, I was 12. So
yeah, dude. So from that to, your late 30s.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Was it hard to stay away from old friends?
Yes and no, right? Like, I still got my homeboys from the neighborhood and people I grew up with that, like, I'll never turn my back on. You know what I'm saying? But, like, as far as being their front line, because I work, like, 4 blocks away from where I grew up.
Right.
So it's not like I'm going to fucking see my homeboys and, like, be like, oh, man, fuck you. You're so loaded. You suck.
Right.
Away from me, nerd. But, like, I do have to keep my distance.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yeah, super boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's not necessarily hard to stay away from these dudes because, like, I do know that's what I don't want right there. But,
right.
I still got to maintain my sobriety.
Absolutely.
And, so it's not, it's a little bit, but not.
A little, yeah, I was wondering, because like, even for me, and I burnt out fast, but it was challenging for me. So that's why I was wondering. Must have been even harder, with more time invested.
Yeah, at first, man. But I just had to, like, I had to keep in mind what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
I can go hang out with the fellas all day. That's easy.
Yeah, right.
Go hang out and fucking do nothing all day. Or I have to being comfortable with being uncomfortable and learning how to navigate into real world and live real world situations, like bills and all those things, So, like, now, like, that's my goal, Because, like, I've done this shit over here my whole life, and it's easy to be a fucking dumbass. You know what I mean? Super easy.
For sure.
Like, I seen one of my homeboys the other day. He actually called me because he's trying to get a job. And he's like, I know you're clean. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I seen him, right? And I've been talking to this dude off and on, trying to get him to come to this side of the things, And I went to go give him his issue, like his urine.
Oh, okay.
And he just looks whooped, bro. You know what I mean? And like, I was like, bro, like, you're a good dude. We've known each other since we were kids, brother. Like, I remember calling this dude from prison a few times and him be like, look, man, aren't you fucking tired of being in prison your whole fucking life, dude? Like, you got potential to be a good motherfucker, but you're out here fucking always in prison, always running around, dog. Get it together.
Right.
And I got to talk to him about the same shit. We actually kind of joked about it. You know what I mean? And, like, seeing him right there, I'm proud of him for trying to, like, maintain a job whilst in the shit, But, like, I was just like, damn, bro, like, that could easily be me, you know? What I mean? Like, that, at any wrong circumstance, without having a spiritual foundation and tools to work with to maintain what I need to do, that could easily be me, And I was just like, damn, dude, like, that sucks, but I'm, like, super glad I'm not in that situation.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So it keeps it in the forefront of my mind,
Absolutely, dude. And you started going to meetings when you're your last term, or was it just like a H&I thing, or
in prison?
Yeah.
No, man. See, like, unfortunately, at least where I was at Centinela, that a lot of lifers are trying to get out of prison right now, and good for them,
Right,
but,
absolutely.
Like, they kind of flood the AANA because it looks good on their review and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get into meetings per se, like hit an actual NAAA thing. I got into CGA, Criminal Gangs Anonymous, which was cool. It's like a 12-step program for like retraining your mind not to fucking do a bunch of criminal and gang shit.
Oh, okay.
Which is
this is actually the first I've heard of it.
You never heard of CGA before?
No.
It's actually kind of rad, dude. They got 12 steps, the whole song and dance, but it's for criminal thinking and gang activity.
Oh, okay.
And I'd eventually, if I could, like to start one of those meetings on the streets.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But it's just I haven't had the time.
That's.
But I would like to. That'd be something I would really enjoy trying to put together. I think it would benefit a lot of people.
Absolutely, dude.
But yeah, so like no, I just had a buddy. I was doing that CBT classes in anger management while I was busted, and I had a buddy send me a bunch of NA and AA literature.
Okay.
So I and a step working guide.
Yeah.
I didn't get the 12 and 12 or anything like that. It was just like a 4-step book and a couple other things. And I like knowing what I know of the program, reading the books and doing the shit. Like I tried to do my own little version of
a
meeting with myself. It turns out it's a lot different when you're out here.
Right. No, for sure.
So
So your first one was outside then?
Yeah, my first one was Holly Monday night.
Oh, Holly.
Yeah, which I don't think it's at the same place
No,
anymore.
they moved it.
Yeah, but my first one was Holly with Vinny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember calling him when I got out. I think I didn't have been out a day or a couple days.
Yeah.
I hit him up random.
Yeah.
What's up, fool? He's like, oh, you're out of prison? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm trying to do good. So, what's up, fool? You want to go to a meeting? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. And he was all shocked, like, what? All right, well,
let's go.
I'll come pick you up right now. And he took me to Holly.
Oh,
and,
cool.
So, yeah, that was my first meeting when I got out of prison.
No shit.
Holly Boulevard or Harley Street or whatever.
Yeah.
That one, Monday night.
That one.
Yeah.
How did you like it, or did you like it at all?
I liked the idea of it at first. My first meeting was cool. I got to see what was what, you know, and then how going to meetings after a while, you kind of start hearing the same thing over and over.
Right. It gets repetitive.
And with NA, I don't want to trash NA in the slightest,
right.
But some things about NA I don't like,
Okay.
There's things about every program I don't like.
For sure.
And
we could do that,
Yeah, so I kind of gravitate more towards HA and AA
gotcha.
now. But, I dig them all, I'll go sit at any meeting now. But,
Right.
I had to initially get past all the first thing, having to fucking talk to people. And, being, hardest part actually was, being around a group of people at first,
really?
From being in prison and shit.
I see.
And then, but once I started getting comfortable, it all started coming together,
Oh, nice.
But yeah, HA and AA, that's where I'm at.
Those are your main ones?
Yeah.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
And so, since our last podcast, what did you feel like has changed for you the most?
Okay, I did my steps.
Oh, okay.
Knocked those things out. I got a sponsor that I could do business with.
Good.
My boy Brian.
That's right.
And his wife Holly's rad too. But
I know them. I love them.
Yeah, they're fucking badass.
They're awesome.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy Grant. I don't know if you know Grant.
I think so.
Grant from North County.
Yes, I do.
I remember he was taking some time, and he said, we were talking about step work or something. I was like, I haven't done mine. And he's like, what the fuck? You haven't done your steps? He started kind of low-key berating me.
Oh, yeah.
Not really, though.
Hey.
I just took it to the butt real quick.
Right.
To not be hypocritical, I hopped into doing my steps, dude.
Okay.
And that was a pretty life-changing experience,
Right.
I didn't get the whole fucking aha thing of doing my fourth,
for sure.
Yeah.
You did an issue and you feel
great, fuck, dude. Now I'm levitating off the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't get that whole thing, but I do understand now more of what it's for, you know, getting those things that have been blocking you your whole life, like those resentments and all the other shit that's been holding you back, getting it off your chest or getting it off my chest. Yeah. That was one of the more fucking life-changing experiences, dude. And then, lining up what I think to be right and what I feel that God's conscious is, you know what I mean? And having those two things line up eventually after doing my steps, that shit was fucking paramount to me, Right. But other than that, man, service work. I've been involving myself in a lot of service work.
Oh, I've seen a couple.
Yeah, I have a commitment at HA Mondays.
I do.
At God's Garage. I have an H&I panel that I run every week at Coastal Detox.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Every Thursday at 5 o'clock, if anybody's interested. 6 months or less clean time, or 6 months or more clean time. Hit me up if you want to do an H&I.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've been doing that for quite a while now. So that's really cool. Another thing to where I get to see newcomers at that detox getting together. You know what I mean? And getting to hear other people's story for more than just a quick share, 15 minutes. That's been fucking pretty game changing for me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I had a slew of sponsees.
Oh, you did?
Some of which got it together, some of which you didn't.
Right. Yeah, that's how it goes.
All the fucking things. I've surrounded myself with this program of the recovery program, my girlfriend's sober, my immediate circle of friends that I rock with, grew up with, ran the streets with, a lot of those dudes are sober.
Yeah.
Mom's sober. All my friends, mostly, like I said, I still have a couple knucklehead homies, but
for sure,
most of my fucking friends are in recovery. You know what I mean? So I've done all the things that are suggested in the program, people, places, and things. I still live in my neighborhood, but or right next to it actually. But like,
oh yeah. I know.
You know, like I've done my best to change all those things. So like I can say that if it didn't work for me, at least I gave it 100% shot.
Right.
You know, I didn't use drugs half-assed. You know what I mean?
True.
You know,
right?
I did everything I could to stuff that syringe full of fucking heroin every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I'm just trying to do everything I can to stuff my life full of recovery. So like the things that have changed, like I had just gotten out when I did the last one, maybe a few months, starting to get my shit together and seeing what it looked like to do this shit. And now I can't say I'm doing this shit 100%, you know, like every fucking day.
Sure.
You know, like I'm still pretty shitty at doing gratitude lists. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I still fucking don't do that every time. You know? But I do pray on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You know, I do build a conscious contact with my higher power.
Yeah.
You know, I do realize when I'm in my head. You know, I do realize now when I'm you know, running on self-will or holding a resentment towards another individual, or I can work a 4 real quick and do the things. Like, those are the big changes in my life. It's like the dramatic realization of self, you know, and living in God's will, as opposed to just like running my own shit. Thinking I can run it by myself. Because obviously, like I said earlier, you know, when I'm not doing these things that got me sober in the first place, or those life-changing events, I'm fucking a week away from going to prison.
And you proved it.
Proved it. Results are in.
Results are in.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're off all paperwork for a minute now.
Yeah, I got about a year. I think I got off like about a year ago right now, you know?
Yeah. That feels good, huh?
Actually, I don't really feel much of a change, right? Because like, you know, before when I got out of prison, like I was doing a lot of the same shit now that I'm doing now, you know? I try to keep in my mind that, like, I don't know, maybe at any false movement, like I could go back to prison. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Which is somewhat true. Sure. Just like don't have to pee in a cup every fucking month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The inconvenience of
that, you know?
Right.
And I was thinking on the drive here, I was like, damn, homie, I don't ever come down this far to fucking down south unless I'm going to prison or the parole office. So that's a change.
The chillest office.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, so like, I don't know, man. I just try to like keep it in my mind a little bit that there is a consequence to me fucking off. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, dude.
So like, is there a change? Yes. Do I try to realize that there's a change? Not so much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel you. I'm curious about this. What do you like the most about doing good and being sober? Like what's like a good gift that you treasure?
I could walk past a mirror today and look at it and see a fucking good individual that's not just pretending that he's good.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because like in addiction or in my prior life, like I always thought of myself as a stand-up dude, right? Sure. That I lived of the morals of prison and gang life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking big bad dude.
Yeah. Warrior.
Yeah, I may not fucking go behind your back and steal from you, but I'll take it from you. You know? Yeah, that's the difference, you know?
Right, totally.
I'm a man of high moral fiber, right?
Absolutely.
In my addiction, that's what I thought, you know? But today, I feel like I am that dude, you know?
Yeah.
I won't steal from you. You know what I mean? I'll show up on time when you ask me to. I'll stay accountable, you know? I fucking try to live these morals and principles in my daily affairs, you know? To the best of my ability, you know? I won't lie to you, you know what I mean? I may say some dickhead shit to you, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It may sound rough and gruff, but I'll never fucking bullshit you, you know what I mean?
For sure. You know where you stand.
I know where you stand. You'll know where you stand with me immediately. You know what I mean? Sure. You know, I don't fucking run around and do a bunch of crazy shit anymore and justify in whatever warped sense of reality that it was when it was in addiction. I just am that person today. You know, I feel anyway, you know? Absolutely. So I that's the best part of recovery in living this lifestyle for me, that if I walk past a mirror and I look at it, I can see the dude that I've always wanted to be.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
And I can't thank this program enough for affording me that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, dude.
That's the biggest gift I think I have, you know?
That's right.
And that I can be like an example to a newcomer.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I feel that way about you, dude. I feel like you got an excellent example.
Yeah, you know, like I was playing softball in my little league earlier, and there's a treatment center at the Lighthouse.
Okay, yeah.
And fucking some dude walked up. He's like, "Hey, fool, the homie who just landed at Lighthouse right now from jail or prison, or wherever he came from. I told him I ran into you," and he was like, "Oh man, fucking dude, sober?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's actually been sober for a while,
for a minute now."
He's like, "Damn, if that motherfucker can do it, I definitely can." You know what I mean? 'Cause I was fucking. I was a cold motherfucker back in the day, bro. I was colder than a county jail toilet seat, my boy.
Damn, dude.
You know, so like, yeah,
I love that.
That kind of gave me a little fucking bout of confidence. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know, so like, hopefully, you know, anybody who hears this, or like anybody who sees me at a meeting or has any opportunity to run into me, and they're new, or even have some time and just like want to whatever, that I can be looked at as some sort of an example, not of some douchebag in prison, like, or just like whatever I look like to them, you know. But I can be, you know, the example that they want to like live by in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? Absolutely. At least with sobriety, anyway.
No, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you this because this is a struggle for me too.
Okay.
Have you ever? What do you do when like you might have like a step backwards and let's say like a relapse in old behaviors?
Ooh. All right.
Hey, 'cause I struggle with it too, dude.
Oh man. An emotional relapse.
Yes, emotional. There we go. Emotional relapse.
All right. So like, here, trip on this one, right? So I was it was Easter.
Okay.
Right. Me and my chick are coming from her parents' house in Lakeside. We're headed. I'm going to drop her off. She works at Studio Diner out in Kearney, and we're driving down the 52, I believe it was, and driving. There's really nobody else on the freeway, but I just happened to be coming up to these two cars. I went to like change lanes, and I was like cutting some dude off, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't turn back to the lane I was in because if I would have crashed into the other car. I just like kind of like muscled my way into this lane. I'm driving for a little bit, and I look at my rear view as I'm getting off the freeway, and the truck that I cut off is fucking following me, or at least getting off on the same fucking exit.
Okay.
And I look at my chick, and I was like, "Is this fucking dude following me?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I think so." I kind of noticed it before. I just didn't want to say anything.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm starting to get
Sure.
amped up.
Oh, for sure.
And I find myself today a pretty calm and mellow dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really flare up with rage or argue anymore. You know, I'm pretty patient.
Right.
One thing working in treatment has done is taught me.
Oh, fuck
fucking
yeah, dude.
patience.
Oh, for sure.
You know? But right, so this dude, I pull up to this light, and the dude pulls up next to me. Dude's in a big old truck, and fucking he's yelling out the window, "Hey, motherfucker!" Right?
Whoa.
Oh, you fucking watch where the fuck you're.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Barking.
Yeah, just big barking, dude. And one of my trigger words back in the day was calling me a motherfucker in anger.
Totally.
You know, because I'm only going to be that motherfucker once before I turn into that motherfucker, right?
Absolutely.
So I fucking lose every bit of my shit, right? I'm, what the fuck? Fucking dude, all right, homeboy, you think you're fucking tough? Pull over or get the fuck on. I'm fucking losing it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, reaching down to where I would normally keep a fucking pistol back in the day. I'm like, oh, it's right there. What the fuck? My chick's losing her marbles. She's getting all anxious, like yelling at the dude. It was a fucking accident. I'm gonna fuck that.
Yeah.
And so like the light changes. Homeboy like tears off a little bit. My chick's telling me he's got kids in the back seat, and I'm still fuming.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he pulls ahead of me and starts playing this little funny ass game, like driving really slow in front of me.
my
Right? And I'm
God.
still like fucking, you know, I'm getting to the place where I'm going to drop Audrey off at, right? And I turn my blinker on hella early.
Right,
so
right.
maybe he'll follow me. You know what I mean? But like, I practice no restraint, right? I have a set of tools that I have to like, you know, curb that anger.
Right.
But I didn't use any of them.
Right.
You know, zero tact in that situation.
Right.
And Audrey was like, dude, that was fucking terrifying, dude. Like, got me all sweaty and shit. That was fucked up, right? I'm like, man, fuck that dude.
Right.
But after I dropped her off and I'm driving home, dude, it all started to hit me.
Right.
Like, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm supposed to be like a lot better than that, you know?
Right.
So I processed it really well. I talked to my sponsor. I talked to other people I trust in recovery.
Yeah.
I talked to moms about it. I talked to a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
I shared about it at a meeting.
Yeah.
So like, I did all the things that they suggest we do, right? And I worked past it. So like I said, I'm not perfect, you know. But one thing I can do is realize it now that I'm not, because like back in the day, I'm justified. That motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
You know what I mean? Like, but now I realize I was in the wrong at some point. Like, he could have came up barking. I could have just went, all right, man, have a great day. I hope you feel better. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Enjoy yourself. Right. You know what I mean? But I the best thing about it is I realize it now. And I do the things that are suggested, the next best indicated step to process, work through, and try to be better. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't say I work perfect
absolutely
on that, but like I do know what to do to work past it. Right. You know. So I don't know if I would have had that same tact the last time we did an interview. Relatively new.
Yeah, that was you were still relatively fresh into recovery, fresh out of prison. I mean, that's
you know. So I don't know if that answered your question.
No, it did. Oh, it did actually.
Cool story.
Right. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, bro.
But yeah, that's cool, dude. And I wanted to ask you too, because I mean, I love how you're such a go-getter.
I try,
and you probably were like that in your addiction.
Absolutely,
but you're doing that for more positive.
Yeah, and there's no halfway down the road recovery on mine, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta go get it. You know?
Yeah. What's something that you would like to achieve that you haven't reached yet?
You know, I'd like to have more financial stability.
Oh yeah,
right. Like I said earlier, I'd like to start a CGA thing.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to advance more in the field I'm at right now. Maybe get a little bit more education.
Sure.
So like, just things like that. You know, like I'm not trying. Like my whole focus when I first got out was to take it slow. You know, baby steps. Maybe get into a trot. Maybe not a full-fledged run because I don't want to trip. You know.
Right.
But I'd like to start advancing more. So like slow and steady. Maybe like I said, get a little education. You know, I'd like to one day, if the fucking planets aligned and all the things, like maybe open up a fucking treatment center.
Oh, that'd be rad.
Or something along those lines, you know?
I could see you do that. For sure,
like me and Zach, we got this Sober Bros thing we're trying to fucking start up.
Oh,
dude.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah, we got stickers and shit.
I love the sticker.
Maybe be a competing podcast with Fuck Fentanyl.
Oh, wow. Like, are we going there now?
No. But, you know, just something along those lines, cool. You know, like stay in the lane I am now, but, like, expand upon it, you know? Like, that would be pretty fucking rad. Maybe, like, you know, set up a thing for dudes who are just coming out the can or coming out of prison or county jails and, like, you know, maybe set up some sort of, like, you know, leg up program of some sort, you know, give back to that community.
Right. Because, you know, it's not easy.
It's not easy at all. Yeah, just something along those lines would be fucking rad. You know, the hardest part for me is to, like, look forward a great distance.
Sure.
You know, because, like, you know, they always say in the beginning, like, fucking live for the day. Or,
you know,
yeah,
absolutely.
Just live in the now, right?
Right.
And, like, being in prison for a long time, you know, like in the beginning of a term or even midway through, it's hard to look at the future. You know what I mean? Because, like,
for sure.
fucking, you still got a chunk of time left. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, to break that mindset, maybe, like, and plan for the future a little bit more, you know, like to have a kid one of these days and like, be able to provide for my kid a lot better than working, you know, paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah,
you know, right. So, like, be more financially secure and give back more than what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, yeah, that would be what I'd like to do in the future. Nice. You know?
Has there been any, like sort of, well, I guess we'll just go from your last podcast to this one. Has there been any sort of development that's happened that you weren't expecting that turned out to be positive?
I don't want to, like, put the dude on blast per se, right? Okay. But a couple months back, right, my grandfather passed away.
Okay.
And I went out to Iowa to, you know, deal with that.
Okay.
And me and my dad got to rapping, right, and he'd been drinking a little bit, right?
Sure.
And he was sober for a good chunk, right? Kind of slowly got back into drinking, you know? And it hasn't really, like, wrecked his life, you know, because he'd done a bunch of prison time, too.
Right.
But he had told me, like, you know, and I'm going to, like, get off alcohol and shit, right? Eventually, you know? And he was like, you know, because my uncle's sober, his brother, and he was like, you're sober, you know? Yeah. My son is doing it, like, and you're fucking thriving, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, like, you know, I got to, like, be there for my old man, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which was new for me, you know?
Right.
You know, and to have that open dialogue with my pops, you know, because, like, we kind of lived separate paths, you know, like, he did his thing. But when he got clean, I was already out there doing my thing. So tough. So, like, we had, like, you know,
similar lifestyles, but different
trajectories and shit, you know what I mean? And, like, to be able to be there for my old man as much as he's been there for me since I've been out of prison right now, you know, and, like, be an emotional support for him and shit, that was unexpected as shit, you know, but it was cool to be there, you know. And that's another thing, you know what I mean? Like, being sober now, you know, like, when I get loaded, right, even from, like, my own homies, sometimes I'll, like, tear off, you know what I mean? Because I start going hard, you know, and, you know, I don't want to get them busted, or I don't want to be around my family because I'm fucking running amok and being a jackass, you know, like, being present for, like, not only that thing I was just explaining, going out to Iowa, but, like, you know, being there for my nephew, dog. He's like 1 and some change, you know, and I like being present in, like, family members' lives, going to birthday events, doing those things, you know what I'm saying? Right. I get to do a lot more of that where I didn't do it at all for a long period of time, you know? So that's cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. I guess my last question will be from you, because I know you're similar. You know how to do H&I and stuff like that. You've been doing that for a while. Yeah. Is there a piece of advice you would give somebody that's currently struggling, or, like, even live the same lifestyle as you, you know, in and out of prison in the system, that, you know, can a bit of advice that can lead them to recovery?
The biggest hurdle for me, bro, was you know, just shaking the image, dude. You know, shaking the image of having to be that fucking guy in prison, dog. Letting go of that pride and ego, dog. Like, you know, just fucking lock the fuck in, bro. You know what I mean? If you got to live minute by minute, fucking day by day, hour for hour, then do whatever it fucking takes, right? Because I know, like I said earlier, said several times, dude, like, I personally never half-stepped my fucking addiction, right? Or my gang life or anything like that. Never, you know? So, you know, there's that term, like, put in the half or 10% of the same effort. Right, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, lock into this thing, right? Give it all you can, right? Because this shit will fucking save your life, homie, if you let it, right? There's 90 years of AA or whatever. Right. That fucking with hundreds and thousands of people that have got together through this program. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or NA or fucking CA, you know? It's hard to get through at first, right? But if you let go of that pride and ego that says, like, fuck, these motherfuckers can't help me, dog. This shit's a cult or whatever, dog. Just put all that shit aside, right? Come in it brand new, dude, and fucking do the shit that was suggested. You know what I mean? Get out of your own way. That's it. Basically. You know what I mean? Like, and just fucking put in the effort, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you put in work in prison, if you put in work on the streets, if you put in work to being a drug addict, why not put in that same effort, that same energy into doing what's going to be positive, right? Because, like, I mean, how many people have you heard of that goes into a meeting and said, man, I put in all my effort and that shit didn't fucking work for me. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Because if you're putting in the same effort, like I seen my homeboy Brian Ballantyne, right? Yeah. The dude was a fucking junkie. Like a solid fucking van living junkie. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I've seen that dude fucking blossom into fucking being like a pillar in the community. Right. I've become a pillar in the community. Fucking Chad. Yeah. You know? Yeah. All these dudes have been in prison. Like, I could name a whole bunch of people. Sure. My brother, right? Like, we've all been doing this shit forever, dog. But we just refocused our energy into doing this positive shit. Yeah. And it's worked fucking like gangbusters every time. Just put in the work, homie. Right. You know, like, newcomer, put in the fucking work, bro.
There you go. Yeah. I love it. Hell yeah, dude. Keep it old school. You know what I mean?
Fuck. It's not that fucking hard, dude.
Nah, it's not. It's really not.
It's really not that fucking hard. It's only as hard as it's only as hard as you make it, bud.
Absolutely.
You know? And the fourth step really ain't shit.
Let's keep it real.
Keep it real, dog. You're just putting your feelings on paper and talking to somebody about it.
You've done gnarlier stuff. Yeah, trust me.
But Yes.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man.
Love you, dude.
Love you too, bro.
All right. Take care.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Later.